The Footy Super Show. And now, here's Will and Sam.
Welcome to the Footy Super Show. The home and away season's done and dusted. Time for the juicy stuff. You can smell the fresh cut grass. The warmer weather is coming. And the man right next to me, joining me, is very happy because he had 6 players come back in the weekend and got a very, very important win. Dan, how you going, mate?
G'day, mate. Thanks for having me. Good to be back. It's a beautiful time of year, isn't it?
I think the pep in your step when you came in here after your last month, it's just good to see a smile back on your face.
Yeah, look, I won't lie. 3 in a row, you drop 2 or 3 in a row. Look, it's not 2, 4 in a row, and you start to get them. 7 back on the weekend, they all got through, which was nice, and away we go.
Because let's be honest, we're all getting sick of you and your catch cry about we can't maintain the rage. So I'm glad that the 6 or 7 came back in and the rage was maintained.
It's well, when you're trained, it's you got to put your coach's hat on and play with a straight bat. But I'm looking forward to this weekend off and watching some cracking games.
Yes, the real stuff is well and truly upon us, and we've got some cracking games of football. You'll be sitting back with Elvis with your notebook, taking plenty of notes. But let's go straight into the highlights from the last home and away game of the season, thanks to the Sunraysia Football Netball League and their naming rights partner, Barry Blink. Highlights package from the weekend, that was Samuel. As expected, Ouyen got the job done at a gallant Imperials, though. They didn't raise the white flag for their last game of the season.
No, and I saw they stacked their sheet too. They flew them all in and said, we're going to go down swinging. And to their credit, they did. It was a close game. In the end, Ouyen did what they have to do, like you mentioned, but our man Sherlock with just a regular performance. I was going to say another good performance, but it's just a regular one for Sherlock.
After the coach was in here last week, giving him a little pump up. He wasn't going to let him down. 31 disposals, 8 contested, 12 marks, 3 inside 50s and 6 rebound 50s.
Oh, I'm watching, and as you can probably see in some of his vision, he's not really taking care of anyone, and no one's really taking care of him. So he's just running around doing what he likes, but yeah, he's been huge for him all season. So he's going to play a pivotal role for them as they come into September. But this man had his best game for the season so far.
Absolutely, he did.
192 ranking points.
Yeah, absolute freak. He got some stats there for the man. I think he got a pump up last week too.
Yeah, he did. 28 disposals, 9 contested possessions, 18 marks. So they've obviously, he's wearing the green uniform out there because they've kicked to him that many times. 8 rebound 50s, and as I mentioned, 192 ranking points. So don't underestimate, this bloke's a star.
Oh, absolutely.
His resume is as good as anyone.
Managed just to roll down and kick a snag too, just to add to those impressive stats.
He thought bugger it, but I wouldn't be sleeping on him. I think when the whips are cracking come finals time, he'll be able to go to another level, and will certainly help Ouyen play their role late into September. But your man here, good to go.
Takes from week in, week out, does what he has to do. This is a cracking game of football out there at Kwandong Park. Tigers all over Ouyen early. Ouyen definitely played into the hands of the Tigers, kicking it to the likes of the Tafau boys and Desi, my man. Got themselves back into the game. And then obviously the Tigers pulled clear at the end. But yeah, it's sort of led by Scrummy through the middle there, week in, week out. Does what he has to do, just an accumulator. And yeah, just another good performance from him.
One thing I do like from Scrummy is he's always high up in the tackle count.
Yes,
well, he's had another 7, I think. You just rattled off there, and he'd be averaging that for the year, I reckon. To go along with all the flashy stuff he does. But again, another one of ours. Parker's another huge influence.
Mate, you want to talk about work ethic, you want to talk about getting your hands dirty. This bloke is the reason. I'm not saying one of the reasons. He is the reason Redcliffe are where they are and where they're finishing the season. 28 disposals, but 19 of them are contested disposals, mate. He's in the trough. He's doing the hard yards and flicking it out with 5 clearances as well.
Oh, he's got to be top 2, if not 3, for best player in the comp. this year
I think
consistently.
he's the real chance of the crowd. There's not too many blokes I think they're going to steal votes from him.
No, I agree.
Down at Redcliffe, and he stands out. He just surge mentality, gets the ball moving forward, and tell you what, Sportsbet want to put up some odds and might have a shilling each way on the man.
Maybe have we got a betting box?
I don't know.
Go on there and have a look.
For one.
If we look here into the Moorabool and Mildura game, which again was a cracking contest, my D's had control majority of the game, which was good. But Stevens here had a bit of a huge impact, or had a huge impact. Sorry, and he's been quite good off halfback to them this year. Obviously, injury interrupted last year, but he's a quality player.
This is the game of the round for us, and I got exactly what I asked for. The two twin towers at both ends. Stevens has had a cracker of a game, but I think this game was won and lost because yourself and Big Lukey, 9 snags between us for the day. And down the other end, Lockyer was held goalless for the day too. So that's where the game was won and lost. And this bloke can absolutely go and take a hike. Missed 5 weeks to come back and have 31 disposals. Mitch Rogerson, we know you're a freak. Just trot off, mate. Like, we know you're a star, but like, can you at least just ease your way back in and have a slow 15 or something?
32 disposals, 21 kicks, 11 handballs, 8 contested possessions, a sausage roll, and 125 ranking points to go with it.
Yep, makes me sick.
Yeah, as we watch him here, I think he crumbs this one. Bit of pressure, which is great to see. But no, he pivotal for us. He's our skipper. Could have given me the handball there and I would have jagged another one, but he said, get stuff, I'll take responsibility.
Yep.
Superstar player, looking forward to having him back over the coming weeks.
Unbelievable to think Moorabool, second on the ladder all year, and now finished 7th on the ladder and missed out on final.
And we might touch on them a little bit later, but we might not. But in case we don't, huge shout out to the Ouyen Football Club. They've don't underestimate what they've done. 0 wins last year. Yep. Donuts. What a scary. And they've played arguably some brilliant footy this year, as we watch Reynolds kick his 5th or 6th. And the big fella takes out the leading goal kicker.
There you go. Another leading goal kicker award for that number 23. Can I wear that 23 jumper next year and I'll come and get a bland medal? Because we've got it last year as well.
I've called dibs on it. I've called dibs on it because mine's clearly not working. But
no, I think you're right though. Any other year, we've been a fine fight.
And I was having a good chat to Hawley after the game, and he wasn't having any of it. But no, they've done a pair of work, and they should be super proud. But Mensch finished the season in the fashion that we know he can. He's had a huge day down there. He's finished with 36 disposals, 13 contested possessions, 8 marks, 7 inside 50s, 8 clearances. When he wants to be, he's arguably the best player in the company.
There's a reason why he's got a McLeod medal dangling around his neck. This is a crazy game too. So, South, sitting here watching your game thinking thanks Mildura, but then, as we spoke about last week, Robinvale have to win by 93 points to play final. They've gone and won by 92 points.
And
they missed out by 0.7% in playing final.
Oh, I think I touched on a saying last week, chop early, beat the rush.
Yep, you did. Thanks to Mr. Rutten. Yep.
Thanks to the big truck run.
Yep.
Chop early, beat the rush. They clearly haven't chopped early, and they haven't, so they've got themselves caught up in the rush. Unfortunately, played a super game though to kick. Well, they finished with 157 points.
Yeah,
outstanding.
Oxley's kicked 9, Dodge's kicked 5, Cottrell's popped up for Wenny for 4 snags and 25 disposals.
Yeah, probably arguably his best game for the year.
We touched on him. He was building. He really was. So good to see quality player getting some good time, good minutes before the season said and done. All right, what do you do if you're Wentworth? Back to the drawing board. Summer. What's the directive?
Well, it's probably similar for both of these clubs. I know both had their injuries, which you sort of can't help, but there'll be a bit of soul searching going on at Wentworth because, to be honest, before the season, I had these two sides penciled in for the 1 and 2 or around that mark. So, they'll have to all sit down and get together and see what path they want to go down because they've also got a lot of juniors out at Wenny, some good ones as well. So whether they're going to go down that route and blood a few and put a lot of time and effort in it, or they look to sort of add to the experience they've got and try and maintain the rage and compete at the top end consistently for another season.
Yep. Out of these Robinvale recruits, you reckon many of these guys are going to stick around? Dodgy's been in some fantastic form. Obviously, he kicks 5 snags. Oxley's kicked 9. Been good, these boys, for Robinvale.
Yeah, they have, and it probably just took them a little bit longer than they would have liked to get going. Obviously, when you come to a new competition, a new league, it's a different brand of footy and it's a different style, so it can take a bit of time to find your feet. And they probably would have liked a little bit more consistency consistency from these guys. I think Oxley obviously was the standout. He's either having 40 off half back or, like we say, banging them home from 50 and kicking 9 for the day. So he's probably a tick. The other's a bit more consistency. It'd be interesting to see whether they stay or go. What's your thought?
Yeah, they've definitely got a lot of pieces of the puzzle, don't they? I think for them, losing Big Gilly at the start of the year, which I think we've already touched on, that's a huge loss. When you lose probably the premier ruckman of the league through injury, then Pusey's had to do a lot more work. I don't think they're too far off. I think they've got some really good kids coming through. They can continue to develop them. It might be an opportunity to get a few of their ex-locals back as well to strengthen that list. But yeah, I don't think they're far off. And in saying that, they're aware of that, really, and they've got some valuable time and minutes into some young superstars out there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So it'd be interesting to see how they go about their pre-seasons, whether they go down to recruiting or back in their young talent, because they've both got some really good young kids floating around. And I know Benny will be down there when he planning his seed for the future. So we look forward to seeing how all that unfolds.
It is that time of the evening, Kedge. Defender of the week. Last defender of the week for the home and away season. Hard to go past this man from the Ouyen United Football Netball Club, Luke Thompson.
Huge day out. He's, like I said, he's got a fantastic resume. Probably hasn't lit up the stat sheet as much as we probably thought throughout the season, but stuffed on the weekend.
Absolutely. 28 disposals, 9 contested possessions, 18 marks, 4 inside 50s, 8 rebound 50s, a sausage roll, and 192 ranking points. The big fella's in good form, rolling into what could be a very exciting finals campaign. So, Luke, congratulations. You are our final home and away season defender of the week.
Huge. Well done, mate. Great job.
Absolutely. Hey, let's get straight into the ladder overview for football netball. Tell me who's playing finals. Let's look at it. How did it finish up?
Yeah, well, I think we've touched on it every week, I think, from the last 10 weeks, which has been outstanding, but we're locked. We've got our 5, which is fantastic. Obviously, Mildura and Redcliffe, or ourselves and Redcliffe finished on top with 44, split by percentage. Ouyen, 3rd, 40, Orimple in 4th, on 36. And the intriguing finish to the season with South, Rodmale and Merbeen all split by percentage.
What I will say is we called it at the start of the year. We said 7 or 8 wins is going to get you into the final.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that when I was mowing the lawns the other day. Bang on.
Bang on.
Hey?
Who
you know what's going on.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thought? So like you touched on, Merbeen finished 7th. Impson when he ran it out. So bit of work to do from the bottom 2, but I think the other teams have showing glimpses that they're on the right track. Fantastic season. Kudos to everyone.
Absolutely.
It's great to see. We'll move on to the netball. The Winnie girls flexed their muscles on the weekend and said, don't mess with us. Thanks for coming.
Is that twice?
Yeah, it is.
6 year down.
It is. They go to the top of the table.
Court, just go in, no pressure.
Did we get it back on?
I think we're going to have to get it back on after that.
It might be the loss they need, so don't worry about
right.
it. Rodmale 2nd. My Mildura girls there in 3rd. Ouyen 4th and Imps. Come on.
Into the finals.
We touched on, we spoke to Christy earlier in the season.
Wrapped.
That was
hopefully
that was
she's
their
signed
small
a massive bonus package in her coaching contract.
Yep. I hope so. South Orimple, Merbeen, and unfortunately, our Ready girls couldn't quite get it done.
I watched the first half of that A-grade game. They were having a crack. I think they were inspired by the potential of having a party at Sam Kerridge's house.
A few days at the ranch.
They were up and about and they got ran over late. So
anyway, that's the end of, that's where they've all finished up on the ladder there, which is great. Fantastic season to all. Congratulations to everyone that has made the finals. Good luck over the next coming weeks. Back to the drawing board for a few others.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, thanks very much for that, mate. I don't want to dwell. We've got a massive guest coming in tonight. Huge. He's broken a 14-year drought to drag South Mildura to the finals for the first time. So stick around, because after the break, the coach of the South Mildura Football Netball Club, Jydon Neagle, will be joining us.
First impressions matter. And when you're selling your home, presentation starts long before the front door. You don't need to spend thousands, just a weekend and a bit of elbow grease. A tidy, well-kept exterior tells buyers the home has been cared for. Because a well-presented garden doesn't just frame your home, it frames the buyer's mindset. And when it's done right, it's the little things out front that open the door to something bigger.
Discover Black Milk Specialty Coffee, Mildura's first true coffee institution, pouring premium 5 Senses coffee on our Synesso MVP machine, paired with fresh creative breakfast, brunch and lunch. Black Milk Specialty Coffee, 51 Deakin Avenue, Mildura.
Welcome to the Footy Super Show. And now, here's Will and Sam.
And welcome back to the Footy Super Show. It's a very, very exciting time of the evening. We welcome in our special guest. You might know him as the coach of the South Mildura Football Club, but in recent days I've been told name change, God, Messiah, because the 14-year drought has been dragging in doggy land. Jydon, welcome and congratulations, mate.
No worries. Thanks for the intro. I'm sure that'll stick with all the boys. Can't wait for that. That'll be unreal.
We were just talking before. You were actually our first interview for this show.
Before you go on, we want to apologise for that.
I was going to say, I might bet you to it. You've come a long way from the windy microphone out at the precinct to this nice, beautiful studio you got now, so the dungeon.
The dungeon, yeah. We haven't come far. We've come a little bit.
As long as you're moving forward, that's all that matters.
Hey, it's been a remarkable season. Second year tenure now at the club and now into finals, mate. Could you have possibly dreamt this up? Obviously, the injuries you've had, the ebbs and flows of the season, and now you are in an elimination final, mate. It's pretty good.
Yeah. When I first arrived 2 years ago, it looked like a very long way until this point, but to a lot of people's credit behind the scenes, done some really good recruiting. With some boys of Adelaide and, gave the boys some standards with training and brought a whole new regime in for the footy club. And, a bit slow last year, but then, really hit our strides this year. And, as you said in the previous shows, it's come down to 0.7% of a percentage to get us in there, but we got in. So
absolutely.
Here we are.
And arguably the informed side in competition, you're taking some big scalps to get there. So, you haven't just fallen in by luck. And no time for modesty either, mate. That little black book of yours, surely that was responsible for some of these recruits coming over. Come on. No time to be humble.
Oh, I've got to probably thank my brothers for that because they're all best friends with these boys that come over. So they're probably the ones to thank. But, the ones we brought in are quality A-graders. So no doubt, a couple of good kids that we're training up. Obviously a good mix. We're on the right path anyway.
Absolutely. Massive stat I've got for you, which our Rimple viewers are not going to want to hear. When this man plays, so he's played 8 games this season, and I said he has had an injury-ravaged season, 7 wins. So Messiah and God probably fitting. It is fitting.
I couldn't agree more. This man plays, they're a completely different type.
Absolutely. So I suppose the question everyone wants to know, mate, how is the body holding up? Because we can't shy away from it. You are the most important piece to this side.
It's all right. Obviously, the week off with the bye obviously helped. Was a bit sore there towards the end, but I'm not going to say I'm 100%, but I'm fit and ready to go.
As if he's going to tell you anyway.
Hey, the man at 50% is better than most anyway, so it's not really going to matter.
I'm actually at 20%. I'll hobble through actually on the weekend. Yeah.
He wants a third string defender.
That will not happen, but hey, we were just talking off air before. You had the luxury of going there Good Friday to Henswood Oval, played some really good football. That was probably the catalyst to get you off to a really good start for the season. I'm assuming the weekend's going to be that on steroids. It's going to be a pumping crowd. It's a great oval to watch finals football, and there's going to be some serious atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the weather too, 20 degrees and sunshine. Sunday Arvo footy. Finals time, as you said before, the grass has been cut. It's a good time of year. But yeah, I thought Good Friday was big, but the way what I'm hearing now is this is going to be 10 times. So I'm really excited to showcase hopefully our best footy on a big occasion. So something that South haven't been able to do in the last over a decade or so.
The dog was be out in full force because 8 eggs, Resi, and the ones.
Yeah, they're going to come
16s, 14s.
16s, 14s. They're going to take over.
It could be a very big day or very sad. It could be very sad.
We're going to charge them double to get in. We're going to make a monster.
In saying that, we've got every footy side in, and our 13s play next week because they finished on top. So either way, we've had a pretty good year.
So even that in itself, we can sit here and embellish in the seniors and what they're doing, but the club as a whole is on the right path.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, every single football grade's in. Only the 1 or 2 netballers, unfortunately, but to have every footy grade in, a success in it.
Beautiful. And you were out out at Kwandong Park, watching the clash between Redcliffs and Irimple on the weekend. Any special notes taken in that book? I know I had to kick the footy with his young fella just while he was listening to a couple of huddle chats, you know?
Yeah, I went and listened to the Thrummy. Yeah, pretty impressed with how he speaks, actually. He's speaks well, but then he performs even better. So he's obviously got a target on his head. Among many others with, sorry.
See, Christo.
Sorry, Christo. I played against you for 5 years
Doesn't
now.
rate, no, it doesn't rate you.
Sorry, Christo and Brandbridge and these boys down the back and all these. The thing about Orimple is they get 22 players to play their role, and that's why they're so hard to beat. Between them and Mildura, they're probably the two best sides we've played against. So, yeah, really looking forward to the challenge.
I like how you said the Drummy's got a target on his back, because last time I met big fella here, I Drummy out with one of the cleanest hits I've seen through the middle. But the little rubber man, he just bounces straight back up. He loves it.
To his credit, he'd bounce up. I couldn't chase him, so I had to do something.
I'm starting to get to that part of my career too. If I can't catch him, I'll knock him over. But, mate, obviously a bit of a roller coaster season, as we've touched on. Out of the blocks early, 4 or 5 wins in a row there, which is fantastic. Gets a little bit dire there in the middle and then rally late. How do you go with the messaging throughout the year? Obviously, you didn't lose focus of what you were trying to achieve. Run us through the people at home.
Yeah, look, first round against Orimple at Good Friday, that was just a massive sigh of relief. And that sort of probably released a bit of pressure and we got going. Unfortunately, after the third round, I tore my Achilles and then Rhett broke his finger. Matt went down and there goes our sort of top 4 of 6, you know. In any footy side, that's going to be hard to measure up. But and then lost 7 in a row, I reckon it was, and it was a bit it was getting a bit sad a bit. But to the boys' credit, we had a good win against Imps, and sort of sprung us back into action. Dropped another one against Redcliffs, and then we haven't lost one since. So to the boys' credit, to stick fat in that lull, still had good training numbers. Attitudes obviously dropped off a bit, but to keep them up and keep them going, and then eventually get the reward for the elimination final this week.
Well, obviously, can go 2 ways, can't it? Drop 7 in a row, you're staring down the battle of making a decision. So you've done well, mate. Huge credit to you and everyone there at Desmond Football.
Scary stat. South Mildura are the only side to beat everyone in finals contention. Out of all sides, isn't it?
There you go. Yeah, watch this space. Don't jinx it.
No, I'm just saying.
I know you're playing this week, but stop putting the moles on him.
No, you're going to talk facts where facts are facts. It's as simple as that. And I know how this man operates. We spoke to him at the start of the year, and if you do recall, the thing that was drumming in the back of his head before that Good Friday clash was we lost by 120 points to these blokes last time, which is what you said to us at the start of the year. And came out, made a statement, got the win, and I think that's where, as I said, the season's gone from there. So, hey, I've said it all year. Your top 6 is probably the best in the competition.
Right,
we can say arguably, but they are right up there. When they are firing around, hard to stop. So the Orimple boys are going to have their work cut out, but I think it's going to be an absolute belter. I think there's going to be a goal in it either way. That's how I see it. So it'll probably be very similar to the Good Friday clash. So if you're looking to spend $10, or maybe it's 15 now, the league start bumping the prices up to those finals. Is that in the grand final day?
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Got to pay for the appearance fee of Kerridge to turn up every now and then. But let's roll in. They're the easy questions. Let's roll into the big fellas' quickfire questions.
We didn't get to experience those last time, did we?
No. That was only when the show just started.
That's
we actually
when
started off with a $200 voucher is what you first got, but it's sort of dwindled down now. Yeah. Yeah, he just kept on.
He's lying to you, mate. He's lying to you.
I didn't get that voucher.
Quickfire questions brought to you by the boys down at Black Milk, getting their breakfast, coffee, no doubt. You'd bed down a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, which is good. I ask the questions, you answer them. All right. Coffee order?
Medium cappuccino, 1 sugar.
He's an older type, John. Sugars. I knew it straight away. Favourite movie?
I actually watched The Revenant last week, and that is my new favourite movie.
Is it?
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Never heard of it.
Is it the way he's out in the
snow?
In the snow, yeah.
Wow. First Oscar again. I think his best Oscar, actually.
Yeah.
All right, are you
The Revenant.
Leo's starting to give it a run. Around here.
He's a good
Good, come on,
I'll
Leo.
tell you what. 3 people you can invite over for dinner. Past, present, no, don't know, famous, not famous. Who you going with?
Donald Trump. That would be an interesting conversation.
Spicy.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I like this dinner setup. This is good.
This is
I'm picking up your sense of humour.
Geez, one more. Happy someone from around here. Stumped actually.
All right, we'll come back here. Idle growing up.
Oh man.
Nice. Staple. Any pre-game superstitions?
Had a heap. Wore the same jocks and that for years, but not anymore. I reckon it just wears you down, and I just go out and play across the white line.
And
Just go one line
when
fever.
you become a dad, just everything goes here.
Literally, when you get to a certain point in your life, everything goes out.
My inspiration is just when that white line, when I cross it, it's just game on. That's it.
I like it.
That's
I like it. I'm interested in this one. Most annoying teammate or teammate?
Max
I thought you were going to roll with most annoying brother.
Oh, they're all the same.
Yeah, I knew he'd answer all that, so that's fine. Favourite holiday destination?
The town south of Adelaide on the Victor Harbour. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really good beach.
I've spent a few summers down there when I was
very chill, very chill down there.
Nice laps to the footy over there. Down at the beach, down at the pub. Yeah, I love it. I like it. Best player you played with? Or against, for that matter?
Oh, hard to go past Brody Philo or Michael Gibbons in their time. Gibbo, Philo and country footy, but Gibbo in Tack Cup when I played with him there, it was just unbelievable.
Gibbo coaching Yarrawonga?
I don't know if he's coaching, but he's playing there. Yeah.
There you go. Be wine or spirits, man. Be wine or spirits.
That night, all of the above.
Whatever's going. I like it. Righto, last one. Will and I coming over for dinner. What are you cooking for us?
I'll probably whip up homemade Parmigiano and a bit of veggie slaughter type thing. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
I like it. Are you cook? When you need it. When you need to be.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What mate? They are our quickfire questions. Thanks to the boys down at Black Milk. 5 of them. That's fine. Go easy. Looked after him tonight.
I thought
He's got a big weekend coming.
Yeah,
He's got a big weekend.
Look, everything though, he just takes it in his stride.
Yeah.
Pretty nonchalant.
Unfazed.
What's the supporter base like, mate? They're getting up and about. I do say tongue in cheek the God and the Messiah, but there's a few boys there that I know they'll be extremely proud and up and about.
Yeah, it's huge for the club. It's obviously a long time coming. A lot of coaches have come and gone. A lot of players have come and gone, and it's been I think the last flag was 98, probably. Correct. But even just first 3 games this year, just that in itself just sort of brought people back in. Like, right, we're half serious here, and had a bit of a lull there, obviously, but now we're in. The place is buzzing. Got a lot of people around it, and hopefully we can do some old boys proud that have been waiting and starving for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you first went out there, it was probably just about you've got this $1 million facility, and now we play the football that's going to match the facility we've got, and you're definitely doing that now. And as I said, you've claimed all the scalps playing in the finals. You're going to go in with a full head of steam, nothing to lose mentality. So from us here, mate, we appreciate your time, and we wish you all the best on the weekend. Hope you get a shitload of the football, kick a bag, and lose by a goal.
I said, do you really wish me that much luck?
Happy watch good footballers dominate. As long as the result goes my way, I'm very happy.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.
That's good. So stick around for more of the Footy Super Show after the break.
First impressions matter. And when you're selling your home, presentation starts long before the front door. You don't need to spend thousands, just a weekend and a bit of elbow grease. A tidy, well-kept exterior tells buyers the home has been cared for. Because a well-presented garden doesn't just frame your home, it frames the buyer's mindset. And when it's done right, it's the little things out front that open the door to something bigger.
Chemist warehouse.
Discover Black Milk Specialty Coffee, Mildura's first true coffee institution, pouring premium 5 senses coffee on our Synesso MVP machine, paired with fresh creative breakfast, brunch and lunch. Black Milk Specialty Coffee, 51 Deakin Avenue, Mildura.
Welcome to the Footy Super Show. And now, here's Will and Sam.
And welcome back to the Footy Super Show. And in the ad break, I have been corrected. There is 2 sides to beat everyone in the top 5. Mildura as well, so I do apologise for that.
That's fine, mate. Don't do it again.
Incorrect information.
Don't do it again.
But the only 2 sides that have beaten everyone in the top 4 is yourself and South. So imagine that for a grand final.
Yeah. It was good to chat to him, actually. He'll big week coming up for them.
Good fella.
I think they can wreak some havoc.
Ripping fella.
Yep.
Star footballer. And has bought and done the world of good for South Mildura. Let's say 14 years in hiatus. Back playing a final.
Yep.
And as you said, they're going to be infiltrating Hencewood Oval, the whole club on the weekend. So huge. But time now, we've got a massive announcement.
We do, because as the viewers at home, obviously, they're probably all tuning into this because they're thinking, the AA side.
Yeah.
The AA side has been announced, and we want to tune in to see if we've got a Guernsey or not, but we've had to pull up stumps
Had to pull up stumps.
just for a couple.
For 2 reasons.
Yeah.
We're still just talking to a major sponsor about getting some gold jackets made up for the AA team. But we are going live. We sort of hinted at this a few weeks ago. They might let us go live. It's been given the tick of approval. So
I'm not sure how.
No, I'm not sure how either. But if I'm correct, September the 10th, we're going live at the Workers. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's obviously going to be a big week for everyone, but I'm slightly nervous already, I think.
Nervous because we're making you work and you could potentially be in a grand
Well, yeah, there's
final,
obviously, it may be a busy week, it may not be a busy week, but I think it'll be great.
No,
Can we pack out the Workers?
I don't know.
We'll find out, won't we?
We'll
But no,
find
it's
out, so-
exciting. There's obviously
Mum and
going to
Dad,
be...
you better drive up.
It'll be huge, mate. We've got the sponsors on board.
Yes.
The Workers have been fantastic in allowing us to do something like this. We'll have guests on the
It's going to be
panel.
a green room, mate. It's going to be everything. We have VIP guests. We're going to have giveaways. This is going to be legit.
Yeah, this will be huge. And you know what? We'll reveal our AA side there as well. So
Yeah.
we'll have to get a couple of boys on. No doubt the Adelaide boys will come over and get amongst it, which would be nice. So, mate, it's exciting. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So lock that in your calendars. September the 10th, Thursday. Come down to the Feet of the Workers and have a listen to Sam and I live. Because, this is shot live every week anyway. We make absolutely known the state as it is. So we look forward to that.
That's huge, mate.
That'll be exciting.
Huge.
But speaking of exciting, I might have gone the early trade. You're back in the tish.
I am.
Doors are level.
Yeah. Yep. And that's this without going to final. So,
This is just kind of fitting, eh? Like
It
the
is.
ladder and everything has to
you know what? Do we call it?
transpired.
Do we just have a handshake agreement? Call it
Absolutely
stumps
not.
and
No.
no? Nobody gets a pay for it.
No, we're all in.
Righto.
And that'll probably come back to bite me well and truly in the arse. But I think I've proven I don't care. I'm happy to.
Yeah.
to
And you know what? I like it. And this is what this show's all about. And I'm in too. So you can get stuffed. I hope you lose.
Beautiful. Hey, 2 games this week.
Massive.
So Saturday, Quandong Park at Redcliffs. Redcliffs, massive win last weekend over Ouyen. They get the home final
They do.
and they get a chance to play Ouyen to have a crack at your good self.
They've timed that well, haven't they?
They have.
Home court advantage. The hill will be absolutely
Hill.
rocking.
The hill was, I don't want to say intolerable on the weekend, but they were up and about.
Yeah.
And it was good to see. Good for
and it's
Redcliffs
great.
as well.
And, you'd like to think that you can turn up anywhere and play and you don't really have a home ground advantage and this and that. But the Redcliffs Hill, when they're up and firing, is a sight to be seen.
Yep.
They're playing some good footy. They're, in for a cracking contest. I'm only going to be in their A game, no doubt.
Yep.
I'm going Redcliffe, home court, big. They get the trophies.
Yep. Yeah, when the 196s are flowing on the hill, the stadiums are rocking, and I think Redcliffe will get an opportunity to win on the weekend, and then they'll get a crack playing for a position in the grand final.
Where's it going to be when I lost? Kenny Smith.
For me, they played smart but predictable football on the weekend. So Desi was back there with the foul boys. They blocked holes. They waited for the long high ball to come in. And then if you play into their hands, the slingshot game they've got is unbelievable. So you won't be able to defend it. Then they're getting looks inside forward 50, good one-on-ones. You've got Steele, you've got Reed, and you've got Big McLashin. He took a good few clunkers on the weekend as well. Bo Reardon popped up for 3 goals and just showed everyone that he can still count to 3 too. It was a celebration, Bowie. It was good to see. So with those big 3 boys down there, and then we've got Lukey Thompson in fantastic form as well, Sherlock back there, Johnson's running power. Like, we're in for a spectacle.
We are, and it'll be exciting. But I think the conditions are going to be okay. I think there was forecast for a bit of rain, but it might have dried up, and I think we're in for a cracking weekend weather-wise.
Yeah.
So again, it'll be a great contest.
Young Gowers in the ruck for
Red
Cliffs?
Yeah.
Did a great job on the weekend playing against Mitch Christensen. I think this is where Ouyen can potentially get an advantage. They're going to have to stop Parker's influence. Like, he's a contested beast. So you're going to have to find someone that's strong enough to mitigate him around stoppage. All right. Even force him on the outside a bit more and try and get him to use ball a bit more. So take him out of his comfort zone. But Bramich, for me, is the one. He's the piece. If he can get on top of in the ruck, with McLashin coming in as a second stringer, that's their opportunity. Tap it down Johnson straight, get it inside forward 50. I just don't know who kicks Ouyen's goals. That's my only concern.
Yeah, and I agree. And it's probably been a question mark for them all year. To their credit, they've found a way to score, and they've played some really good footy. Obviously, you don't finish third without playing some good footy. But in a big game, in a big final, when you're relying on a few people to kick you a couple, I agree. I think they're
jealous out of the goal square. So then, like, Desi's going to probably go to him because it's a perfect matchup for Willsmore.
Yep.
Headley's another one that's going to try and hit the goal as well. We've got Brizzy there as a defender as well. So, they're probably just one forward short because, like, Bramish can go forward, conquer mark, then you're losing his advantage at the right.
Yeah. And I agree. And I just think Redcliffe's are going to be a little bit more balanced across the 22 with a couple more weapons and a home court advantage. I think they're going to be too strong.
No, I agree. I think Redcliffe's, as I said, they're going to get first crack at you guys for a spot in the grand final. So we're both going to go to Redcliffe's. Then we roll over to Sunday. Huge. The elimination final between Ouyen and South Mildura. We just had a chat with Jydon. But this is our game of the round purely because it's do or die.
Well, it is, and I think out of the 2 games, clearly this one for me is as juicy as you're going to get in terms of a contest for footy. It's obviously elimination. South backs against the wall, weren't going to be in. Like you said, informed team in the comp. Ouyen haven't quite slow start to the year, injuries, probably dropped a couple of games they thought they might have won. You can never write them off.
No, you can't. I think they won't be too disappointed with last week's result. Look, admittedly, you don't get the double chance, and then you're back to the rat pack, and it's hard. But if you look at the stats between Redcliffe and Ouyen, they're winning a large portion of the stats. But at the end of the day, good kicking is good football, and they just didn't kick straight. So they've had more scoring shots. They've won a lot of the majority of the main stats you need to win a game of football.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because I'm not an Ouyen person clearly, but my belief in Ouyen and my thoughts on where they finish and how they're going to go about it didn't waver once, even knowing that they're playing an elimination final. I still think they're a side that can compete and finish and if not win one this year. So yeah, I reckon they'll bounce out of the blocks this week and give them everything they got.
Yeah, so you're going with Ouyen. I actually think this is Ouyen's toughest test today. As it is like this.
I agree.
How do you wear it up? It's like you don't want to be drinking your own bath water, and we know this is now year 17 Ouyen playing finals, right? They were 1-5. So to find the tenacity to dig yourselves out of that hole to get into finals, is there a disappointing factor in there that you had all the momentum rolling in? And how do you flip the script on that real quick? And I know Scrummy and Cogs will be, boys, these are the stats. This is the positive sides of it all. This football, you kick straight, you win. You've been there before. How easy is it inside the inner sanctum to flip the script and just be positive going, you know what, we're just going to play with freedom, because they're coming up against a side that, as I said, top six, probably arguably the best top six in the competition, and on their day can beat anyone.
Yeah, I think, especially when you're a side that's experienced success for such a long time, the ability to come in with a positive mindset, and you talk about having Cogs and Strummy and these guys, Brownbridge as your leaders, I think they'll have no dramas in sending the right message to the group and the group buying into what they're trying to implement. At some stage, though, when you are a successful side for so long, is the will and the want still going to be there against a side that is obviously hasn't quite experienced it, playing for their absolute season, lives, all the momentum's in their corner? Does it dry up at some stage?
Obviously, I've got blue and yellow glasses on, and I'd like to say not. They're a young group. I think for me is it's like what you don't want to get caught in the trap with. You don't want to get caught in the trap of thinking about last year. Well, we want another crack at Mildura, or we want another crack. So you can't disrespect anyone on play. And I think sometimes people can be looking too far ahead. So you just got to take it for what it is. I've got confidence in the boys. They'll come out and acquit themselves very well. The matchups in this game have just got me intrigued.
Yeah, and I agree, because
like, who goes to Jydon? Is it a Brownbridge that goes to Jydon? Is it Keenan Wade? Is it a Luthi? Like, yeah, we know even there's not 100%. So, the old beware of the wounded bull. Do you have to show him that much respect and go, well, our number one defender has to go to Jydon. He's the most important piece. So if you go, Zane goes to him, or do you go, nah, righto, we're going to go to our season defender and our captain, Tommy Brownbridge, who's been there and done it so many times before. He's going to go, and then we're going to put Luthi on a Lang, or even Matt Neagle as well, who's been phenomenal for as well.
Yeah, you've obviously got a couple of matchups there, and if you even look at their game against Merbean, McDonald popped up 5.
Yep.
So they're probably the 3 that we've spoken about. I think for our Impels, the good thing for our Impel is, as you mentioned, they've got options.
Yeah.
They've got options.
But what are their options for, though? Because let's not beat around the bush. The forward line's been dysfunctional horrible for a number of years. We haven't had a standout big forward. It's been team orientated. When you look at the leading goal kickers for the last 10 years, we're not really up there. Who are you sending to stop Montgomery? I know Carpenter played back as well a little bit off the halfback flank, and obviously Jackson Nagle as well. If they're going to get football, they're going to get a lot of it. How do you stop their influence?
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's a bit similar to Ouyen in terms of we're talking about not quite having that forward to kick goals. Obviously, Pesanetti's popped up the last couple of weeks and kicked a few for you guys. But for me, Montgomery and Nagle are the two. I think somebody needs, or is going to have to, play a bit of a defensive role on either one, depending which one you want to play. And obviously it's going to depend where Montgomery was up. Against us, he started up on the wing. Against Merbean, he started up on the wing. So whether you go head-to-head there, or he starts at half-back, and you're going to have to send someone to him. But I think you have to absolutely do a defensive role on one.
Yep.
They're just too good. They have too much influence on the game. And I think first time you guys come up against them on Easter, Good Friday, sorry. Montgomery off half back just dominated the game and took the Mickey. So it's going to be an interesting one for you. I think, and I don't know whether you try it in a final or not, but I think I touched on it the other way earlier in the program. Can Wade play forward?
Play wherever. He's played predominantly forward his whole football career. Just over the last couple of years, he's come back and played in the back. But they'll get Billy Phelan back this week. Concussion protocol, so he'll come in. He's been playing forward. He's been a good thing going forward as well. So.
And then look, there's nothing wrong with not having a key forward. You've obviously just got to be smart with how you do it. So we touched on you guys last weekend against Redcliffe, just kicking a high ball in and letting these guys intercept.
Yeah.
If you've got a small forward line and that's what you're going to do, well,
if they do that on the weekend, it's game.
Bad luck. It's game over.
Montgomery and Jackson are going to take.
They will have an absolute field day, and especially with a few others down there as well, you'll be no chance.
No, absolutely.
So I don't mind a small forward line. You're just going to have to go about it the right way.
Absolutely.
So I'm intrigued.
And you are tipping?
Well, am I tipping who I think is going to win?
That's all I
Or
asked.
do I?
That's all I asked.
Am I going to tip it to stick it up there?
No, I did.
I'm going Oracle.
Yeah, no.
I'm going Oracle.
We're not going to be any different in our tips this week.
Which is fine.
That's fine. There's still a few more
I
weeks
think
to go.
I think Oracle deserve the respect.
Yep.
I'm
Home
going
ground. Home ground advantage. You count for anything? Probably not.
I don't know if you play that. I don't know if you play that well there, do you?
South of beating Oracle there, and then Oracle beat them out of there,
Yeah,
so it doesn't count.
No, look, I don't like you guys at home.
Yeah.
But I'm tipping you.
Yeah.
He's getting the job done.
We're on.
Sorry, Nags, that was in here before.
You wouldn't have said it while you're still here.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
no, that's our show. That was an absolute bloody ripper.
Huge.
But we can't do what we do here and have our guests on without our amazing sponsors. So Chemist, Warehouse, Mildura, and Ray White Mildura. Thank you for your support. Allowing me to be tell us
Yep. Obviously,
rubbish.
huge shout out to the Sunraysia Football Netball League and their naming rights sponsor.
Very
Very
planned.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
My quickfire questions, and the boys down at Black Milk, Zachy, Paddy, and the rest of them. Make sure you get in and get down there. They'll look after you. Coffee, breakfast. Go and see the boys. Tell them I sent you, and put it on Will's chat. Yeah, we love this one. All you current forwards on these. Who we call it? Big Robbo. Give Robbo a big call. Give Robbo a big call down at Mildura Auto Service Centre.
Get on to the man.
He's happy to look after you. 0451 033 267, and we can't forget the River 1467 lads. A big shout out to Big Bradshaw and Pirate. Big Pirate. He'll be paid for any final season.
Pirate would be a good one. Yeah. Get on the live show. I reckon, hey, Pirate, if you're at home watching, and if you're not, someone let Pirate know. We want you to come on the live show.
We might be cancelled before we get started, just coyly.
Well, apparently we've got no regulators on it. Yeah, so we're right.
And obviously Dave Burrows, the king of breakfast radio for Sunraysia. Well done, lads. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything.
Fantastic. How are you going to spend your weekend off?
It's funny because you've got the week off and you've got no footy, but you probably spend it all week at the footy. So we'll have a good session Saturday morning, which will be nice. We'll get a good hit out in, and then we'll obviously head out and watch Redcliffe and Ouyen go to battle, which will be nice. And then depending on if I've got a few burning points, I might sneak to Henshelwood Sunday afternoon.
If the weather's not permitting on Saturday, and you know it's live stream, you just help. Just come to mind. We'll just do on the couch and watch.
No, I'll absolutely be there. Elves, I'll let you in the pocket, mate. No, the other pocket.
Yeah, I like it. That's a resounding no. That's our show. Thanks for watching. As always, thanks for the support, and we'll see you next week and see what's happened in the elimination final and who's going to take on Sam's D's for a spot in the grand final 2026 season.
First impressions matter. And when you're selling your home, presentation starts long before the front door. You don't need to spend thousands, just a weekend and a bit of elbow grease. A tidy, well-kept exterior tells buyers the home has been cared for. Because a well-presented garden doesn't just frame your home, it frames the buyer's mindset. And when it's done right, it's the little things out front that open the door to something bigger.
Chemist warehouse in the middle of our street.
Discover Black Milk Specialty Coffee, Mildura's first true coffee institution, pouring premium 5 senses coffee on our Synesso MVP machine, paired with fresh creative breakfast, brunch and lunch. Black Milk Specialty Coffee, 51 Deakin Avenue, Mildura.
Sun City Streaming thanks our wonderful sponsors for their generous support for our community YouTube channel and the Footy Super Show. Tesco Inland Petroleum, White Mildura, Chemist Warehouse Mildura, and Fisher Developments.